Hey you guys. YouTube, I already had told you guys my laptop is broken right now, so I'm not able to edit out all of this. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you're watching the replay, just kind of fast forward it for to about the 2 to 3 minute mark. I won't keep the intro or the waiting for people to come in that long. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Hey TikTok. Hey TikTok. I see right now it says keep going. We're letting more viewers know you are live. Today, you guys, we are talking about this exercise and this getting active and this, all of these things that are mentioned in order to lose weight. Talking about our activity level is why we're not losing weight. That we need to be active more, all of those things. And I'm here to talk about today how that's really a myth. It's a myth and it's not true in totality, especially when you are a person who has insulin resistance, PCOS, diabetes type 2, or you are pre-diabetic. It's not the same. It's not the same. You actually don't even have to exercise and you can lose weight. And we're going to go into it, how I lost 50 pounds without ever doing 10,000 steps. We're going to go into it, how I lost 50 pounds without ever doing 10,000 steps, no surgeries, no injections, no pills, weight loss pills, anything like that. So I'm gonna wait for more people to come in for TikTok to let people know that I'm live, because we are talking about how to lose weight without exercise. I'm going to try to on TikTok. I don't know how to do like the before and after picture where it shows on the screen, but I'm going to definitely work out the kinks of that. I've been off of TikTok for probably over 6 months and I'm getting back into it because the first of the year is around the corner, and I don't want you guys to start the first of the year with a New Year's resolution of losing weight. I want the New Year's resolution to be to continue to lose the weight that you already lost. Okay? To get stronger, to pick up a new hobby. I don't even want weight loss to be on your New Year's resolution. So that is my goal for this reason of why I'm back. I don't want your New Year's resolutions to be to lose weight. I want you to, it's so many wonderful things in life to focus on besides weight. Everybody in America is focused on a woman's weight instead of minding their business. And I feel like that we should give ourselves a break and not be focused on our weight constantly. So if we start now, by the time the New Year's have came through, you are, all the way into your habits, maybe have gotten some new habits, and losing weight is not on your New Year's resolution. If you starting with me today, then losing weight will not be on your New Year's resolution. If this is your first time coming across my page, I go by Coach Christy on all social media platforms. My lives are re-uploaded onto YouTube. TikTok does not save the live. I always get people saying, can you save the live on TikTok? Unfortunately, TikTok does not save the live, and so they will be on my YouTube channel. Now, let's get right into it, because I want to talk about these 10,000 steps. So I lost 50 pounds in about 4.5 months. And that was, like I said, 100% natural. During that time, I did not do 10,000 steps. I was actually so frustrated because I had already did that. I had did the 10,000 steps, for 30 or 40 days or 60 days, consistently. I had did that. I got all of the workout equipment, the dumbbells. I had, started a little bit of calisthenics. I pretty much if you said that it will work to help me lose weight, I tried it. But it's like after so long, it wasn't anything that I could stay consistent in. For one, if you are a heavier person like me, I used to be 250 pounds. And I always say approximately because I know that I was most likely bigger than that. My 3X's were getting too small, but I just had refused. I refused to have bought a 4X. So I was like the 3X's, 2X's, like everything was so snug. My whole entire closet was spandex and t-shirts, big t-shirts. If it wasn't t-shirts and spandex, it wasn't in my closet because I needed you to stretch your life. Like your life depended on it, baby. I needed every single clothing item to know how to stretch. So, I tried all of those different things and they worked. Like that was the thing. The 10,000 steps a day for 30 days. It worked. I think I lost like 15 pounds in 30 days. You know, every single exercise thing that I tried, it 100% worked. But as soon as, you know, one time I had got an injury to my knee because my knee had became inflamed. I have really bad knees. And so me putting this 250 plus pounds, you know, constantly hitting the concrete, constantly hitting a hard surface, 10,000 steps, y'all, that's like 4 miles. That was taking me about 2.5 hours to complete. Okay, that was doing a lot to my joints. It was a lot of pressure on my joints, a lot of pressure on my ankles, a lot of pressure on my knees. And I had gotten a knee injury. My knees had became very inflamed for me doing that. And so I had to take, you know, a step back. I didn't stop, but I wasn't doing the 10,000 steps. I would stop for like 3 days and then I would, you know, just do like 5,000 steps. I would still do a lot of steps. I would count my steps. I would say, let me see if I can get to at least half of it in 5,000 steps. I would do the 5,000 steps. I would be in so much pain for putting that pressure back on there. So I would have to take another, you know, 2 to 3 days off. This was after I had been consistent with the 10,000 steps every single day for 30 days. Okay, after me doing that, I slowly saw the weight creeping back in because I also was a habitual scale wearer. So I got on the scale every single day. Like I would eat something and get on the scale just to see like how did it affect my body? Did I gain 2 pounds? Did I lose 2 pounds? I would not eat, you know, and just constantly focusing on the scale. But that's like a whole nother video for a whole nother day. I do not do that any longer as well. But I slowly saw that scale creeping back in. The weight on that scale creeping back up. And like I said, I had lost like 15 pounds, 15, almost 20 pounds in 1 month for doing 10,000 steps a day for 30 days. With me not being able to do that consistently, even though I was still doing the 5,000 steps and all of that, me not being able to do that consistently, within about a week's time, a week and a half, I had gained all of those 15 pounds back. And it was devastating, you guys. I was devastated because I stayed so consistent on these 10,000 steps to lose weight, to lose 20 pounds in a month, and to, you know, gain all of that weight back because of an injury, you know, to my knee. And then that injury came from me also trying to do something for my health. So everything, I was so frustrated. I was so fed up because this wasn't the first time that I was trying to do something and my body was like fighting against me. It just wouldn't allow me to stay sustainable on anything that I did. I would constantly, like I said, regain this weight back. I lost the same 20 pounds over and over again. So I always like joke and say, if you want to know how to lose 20 pounds in a month, I can 100% tell you, because everything I tried, I lost 20 pounds in a month. Keto, you lose 20 pounds in a month, you know, minimum. 10,000 steps a day, you'll lose 20 pounds in that 30 days. Like all of those different things, soup diet, cabbage soup diet, I tried that, egg diet, military diet, all of these different diets, all of these different workouts, all of this stuff. I tried it and it works. That's the thing. But it doesn't stay. They don't tell you that it doesn't stay. They say, hey, well, you lost the weight. So now you got to do whatever, you got to figure out something to where you won't gain it back. And usually that's to do more until your body goes into like a starvation mode, because your body will. Your body will, with you cutting down food, with you like over exercising, your body will freak out. And if you are a person with PCOS, insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, pre-diabetes, your body, you are putting your body under so much stress that it is raising your cortisol levels. We'll talk about that in another video if you guys don't know what cortisol levels are. But they are a stress hormone. And that cortisol level being raised stop your body from losing weight. So if you want to know why you're doing every single thing right and you're still not losing weight, it's because you are putting your body under so much stress. And going from a person who you're barely working out or doing anything active to now all of a sudden, you're barely working out, you're not doing anything active, you eat fast food every single day, you drink Pepsi every single day, you know, you eat junk and fast food, or you gotta have a cake after you eat with every single meal, to saying enough is enough. The next day you do 10,000 steps a day, every single day. You stop eating sweets. Like you just stop. You go on this list and it says, we doing this challenge. It's no sugar, no bread, no sweets, no sodas, no fats, no fried foods. Like y'all seen that list. So you say, I'm doing this. Who doing this with me? Because I'm about to do this. And it said we got to do 10,000 steps the whole 30 days. And guess what? You're going to feel so amazing, and you're going to be congratulating yourself, because at the end of 30 days, you're going to drop 20 pounds, 25 pounds, 30 pounds. But then you saying, we about to go celebrate. I just dropped 25 pounds. And during that time, you have never learned another way to celebrate yourself besides food. I'm gonna have to write that down, because that's a whole nother video too, for a whole nother day. You have never found out another way to celebrate yourself besides food. And so you go eat this meal that you have, got all the things in it that you have told yourself you couldn't have. So yeah, let me get a small or medium Pepsi. I want some Alfredo. I'm gonna get some fried chicken with the macaroni. All of this thing, right? Now your insulin levels spike. That puts you in about, once that happens, it's like you, how they say, people who like go to rehab and they, become clean, and then they relapse. And that relapse always send them into a OD, like every single time. And most of them end up passing away. And it's because they have like deprived their body from this thing that they were like really, strong on. And so now when they go to get it, their body is like, let me have it all, because I don't know when the next time I'm going to be able to get it. And then also your body is also ultra sensitive to the thing too, because it hasn't had it for so long. And so, here we go. Water. Y'all got y'all water? Y'all been drinking y'all water today? I know y'all didn't took y'all fiber and drink y'all water today. Y'all didn't took y'all fiber and drink y'all water today, right? I know y'all have. I didn't want to get on y'all. I know y'all have. But that's the same thing. But usually with our body, since this is not a legal substance. Usually with our body, it sends us on a spiral to about 3 to 4 days now of wanting to fall back into our old eating habits, even when we're trying to stick to that good clean eating that we've been doing, because like we stopped doing this and stopped doing that, and we're only eating baked foods. And so now we're slipping in stuff that's not on that list every single day for about 3 to 4 days. The side effects of your insulin level being spiked, one of the side effects is you begin to get very fatigued. You lose energy. You just don't have the get up and go. And so doing the 10,000 steps was a lot easier because you wasn't eating things that spiked your glucose levels up high. And so you had a lot of energy. But once now you're starting to implement those foods back into your diet because you went on this celebration type of eating for yourself for losing the weight, now you don't have that energy anymore. So now 3 to 4 days go past and you haven't had the energy to complete the 10,000 steps. You've been sneaking back in kind of your old eating habits because this was like just a challenge or a thing you wanted to do to cut it cold turkey because it was villainized, if that's the word. It would seem to be bad or wrong so much that you're like sneaking and feeling guilty on not sticking to what you was just doing for the last 30 days. So you tell yourself, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to doing these 10,000 steps. Like, I feel myself being bloated. I feel all of this familiarity of horrible feelings of how I felt before. Let's get back into it. But first, before we get back into it, let's get on the scale. Let's get on a scale. I just want to see the damage I done done. Let me get back on the scale. Let me see. And you get on the scale. And within 3 to 4 days, the scale says you didn't gain back 15 to 20 pounds. In 3 to 4 days. And that's just it's just like, what? Like, I just had to stay consistent and cut out everything I love. And walk 10,000 steps. Don't you know that took me 2.5 hours or 3 hours, or it took the whole day to get this 10,000 steps in? And I did this consistently for 30 days straight. For me to have a celebratory meal and for me to fall off just a little bit for 3 to 4 days, and I've gained back 15 to 20 pounds. That took me all of this consistency for 30 days to lose. Me not being consistent in the 10,000 steps, I didn't gain it all back in 3 to 4 days. And that's what causes people to either it's 3 options. It causes people who either say, forget it, I'm not worrying about losing weight no more. Like, nothing works. Like, I'm so tired that I can't just keep this weight off. Nothing works no matter what I do. That's number one. That's one outcome. The other outcome is somebody saying, you know what, I'm about to try something else. And you go on this spiral of all of these diets, and or you say, I'm gonna see the 3-day water fast or the 7-day water fast or no food for this amount. So I'm about to basically put no food in my mouth for the next, 3 days to 7 days, because I gotta cleanse all this stuff out. So that's another option you do. The third one is, I didn't want to get the injections or the pills or the surgery. It's nothing wrong with that, but I really wanted to do it naturally. I really am a person, like, I know all of these people who has got it and they look amazing and great, but just something in me says I want to do it naturally, and I shouldn't be shamed because I want to do it naturally. Just like they shouldn't be shamed because they want to, have some type of assistance with it as well. Like, if they get to choose that, I should be able to choose to say I want to do it naturally and not feel shamed about that. But I'm going to have to do something that I really don't want to do. I'm going to have to go get the injections. I'm going to have to go take the pills or get the weight loss surgery because there's just something wrong with my body and I just cannot lose this weight. I've lost the same 15 to 20 pounds over and over again. If you've made it, if you coming in on the live, give me some hearts. If you made it to this point in the YouTube video, give me a heart or give me a thumbs up. Comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. But I need something. If this is hitting you and you didn't stay this long with me talking, let me know you're here. So, the person who I was talking about was me. If this resonated with you, that's good because I just spoke from my real life experience. And that happened to me over and over and over again until I said that there has to be a different way. And so the 10,000 steps, yes, I lost weight with the 10,000 steps, but it didn't stay gone. It came right back. You know what finally had me to help me to lose 50 pounds 100% naturally is I walked for 15 minutes every single day. I live in the Midwest, so we get snow. We get negative 17-degree weather. Guess what? I walked around in my living room, around the table for 15 minutes. I walked around my bed for 15 minutes. Everything didn't require me going outside. If I could go outside, great. But getting presentable for people, sometimes it's just overwhelming. It's overwhelming. You just already have a lot on your plate. Getting presentable, looking presentable is overwhelming sometimes. You can just have on your robe with your bonnet on in the house and walk around your house for 15 minutes. And I did that consistently. And it was so easy. Like, it was so easy. My bones wasn't hurting. It was just so easy because and I could split it up. I didn't have to do 15 minutes all at one time. I could just do 5 minutes. And so when I went out to my car, I would just walk around my house a few times before I went into my car for 5 minutes. Or I would just walk around the car, in the driveway for 5 minutes and I would get in. People probably was looking at me like, what in the world is she doing? But I would do that and I would get in for 5 minutes. I would walk around for 5 minutes and get in. When I would go where I was going, if I was going to the grocery store, I would get out of the car. I would go do my grocery shopping. I would get my groceries in or whatever. But I'm also counting. If it's just a quick run and I'm just in there to grab something from the grocery store and come right back. Okay, that probably was another 5 minutes. That was probably another 5 minutes. I done went in there and then walked around consistent, steady. And then I would come out, walk to the car, put everything in. I would walk around the car for 5 minutes and I would get back in the car. I would get in the car and I would drive off. And now just me having a trip to the store, my 15 minutes is done. And it just seemed like, yes, I done it. The entry level was so low. This is without me changing anything that I'm eating. I'm still eating fried food. I'm still eating fast food every single day. I'm not really a big pop drinker. But I love me a sweet tea. I love me some lemonade. I'm still doing those things. But consistently doing 15 minutes a day, I lost 10 pounds in a month. And some people might say, well, you was doing the 10,000 steps, you lost 20 pounds. You could have doubled it. But guess what? it gets better. It gets better because the next month, the 15 minutes has started being so easy. Like, it was implemented into my lifestyle. I didn't even know that I was walking for 15 minutes. It was so easy. So guess what I did? I doubled it, and I started doing for 30 minutes. So now it may be that same thing to a trip to the store. It may just be where, hey, while I'm watching TV, I'm watching Tubi or something like that, every break I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna walk. So usually the breaks is what, like the ad breaks is like 60 seconds. Okay, that's gonna come up 15 times. So now every ad break I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna walk around. As soon as my movie come back on, I'm gonna go sit back down and finish watching my movie. And then I already had did my 15 minutes through the earlier part of the day because it's embedded into me now. It's so easy. So now adding the other 15 minutes, at first it was a little bit difficult, but not a huge stretch. And guess what? The next month, I lost 10 pounds. 10 more pounds. And I'm just like, but this is only 30 minutes out of my day. And now I done lost the 20 pounds. Yes, it took me a little twice as long to lose the 20 pounds, but it was sustainable. Like, it didn't change. Like, even when I had the 3 days of, because, during the time, then your body start craving more water. Your body actually start craving more healthier foods. But you do go through the time of like, where I'm about to have a fast food. I'm about to binge out on me some carbs. Guess what? Since I was still able to do my 30 minutes, because that wasn't a lot. It wasn't a strain on my body to do. Everything just stayed consistent. I just stayed consistent with it. And every single month, I upped it. And so it was a 1 month where I lost like 12 pounds, So I lost basically 40 pounds in 4 months. And I lost 50 pounds in about 4.5, 5 months. Consistently. And this was not from me I never did 10,000 steps. I never did keto. I never did a cabbage soup diet during this time. I never did an egg diet. I never did a Whole Foods diet. I never cut out fast food. I still ate fast food almost every day. I never did all the stuff that I had basically researched on and had been doing and feeling. It was like I came to realize that wasn't the reason why I couldn't lose the weight. Now during this time, if you follow my channel, of course, I started learning about sugar and all of that. So now each month I'm starting to be aware of different things that's sugar, and I'm starting to cut out different things, but I'm not cutting it out extreme, and I'm still having my fast food days. I'm still being able to eat my sugar and my desserts and all of that. I'm just learning how to eat those things. It wasn't that I couldn't eat them. It was, you have to learn how to eat them. And so if you did not get my 4-week guide, it will be coming back. Be on the lookout for that, because I'm trying to get it back up before the first of the year, so you guys can start it. I want to start having some Zoom calls with people who purchase the guide. You'll have access to Zoom calls and things like that. Now it may be a cost of the Zoom calls. I'll have to see. Before I did it, and like, you guys ordered the books, but you wouldn't get on the Zoom calls for the actual help. So I just want people there who are ready, who are ready to actually be consistent, and ready to who really want the support and want the community. And so I'm going to be breaking out all of these kinks. Be patient with me. I'm a one-woman show. I'm not a big company. During this time, unlike last time, I told myself that I needed to look a certain way professionally, as far as like my websites and things like that, and I needed to have all of these systems intact, and I needed to do all and have all of these different services, because everybody else who are helping in this space has all of these different things. And it caused me to burn out, it caused me to get overwhelmed, and it caused me to really not know what the heck I was doing with the digital stuff. Like, the digital stuff came in, and it was like, yeah, people was getting their products, but I wanted to make sure I was able to email these people, give them their Zoom, all of these different things. And it was just like a lot on me. Everybody was getting it, all the things. Nobody who's on the list knew none the wiser. Like, because everything was right on time and delivered. But on the back end, because my integrity and my brand is so much important to me, that I was putting way more stress on me than needed to be. And this is a problem that's going to be around for a lifetime. And I need to just take it one step at a time, because I know that nobody is going to care for you guys' success as much as I am. Like, that's what I can 100% guarantee, because I'm only me. So I don't know the ulterior motives or the whatever of anybody else, but I know me and how I care. And I know that nobody is going to care for you and your weight loss or your health gain as much as me. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to watch the replay of this on YouTube, go to TikTok under links, and it will have my YouTube link. You can go right to my YouTube page to watch the replay of this. But until next time, you guys, I love you. Bye.